Rigathi Gachagua, the former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Ile game Rigathi Gachagua ameanza kucheza, nimeanza kuipenda mbaya tena zaidi, nimeanza kuipenda. And hawa majamaa wakiendelea hivi, sorry guys, itilafu ya stima, kama hawa majamaa wataendelea hivi, then I can assure you that William Ruto is a one-term president, believe me or not. You see guys, kweli Rigathi Gachagua alienda shule ya politics, I can tell you. Now, nataka nikuonyeshe ni nini Rigathi Gachagua ameplania Rais William Samoei Arap Ruto. Na ndo William Ruto unaona kumbe anajikojolea. William Ruto ameanza kutense, ameanza kusongesha Uhuru Kenyatta karibu na yeye. So hii deal ni kubwa ya kuondoa Rais William Ruto, and it is true. Hautaamini. Guys, juzi nilikuja hapo nikakwambia kwamba Rigathi Gachagua ameamua kutenga Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Ameamua kuprofile huyu jamaa kama project ya William Samoei Arap Ruto. Kumbe ni game nakwambia. So guys, don't forget Cleophas Malala alituambia kwamba wakati ambapo walikuwa wanataka kuregister DCP party, wao pia walikuwa na vyama ambazo walikuwa wametangulisha mbele kwamba hivi ndio vyama tunaenda kuregister. Then William Ruto akaamua kuifungia. Naona watu wangu, ili Rigathi Gachagua asikuwe na political party. Kumbe DCP party ilikuwa ishakuwa registered kitambo. Unaona, William Ruto alikuwa ashakuwa confused by Rigathi Gachagua's team. Nakwambia, hii game Rigathi Gachagua alianzisha, and I'm sure Rigathi Gachagua anaenda kuimalizia kwa uzuri sana. So now, kwa hii bana ambayo nakuonyesha guys, walikuwa wameunda bana ya kuelekea upande wa Kajiado. Naona watu wangu, wa Kajiado today on Friday. And cha kushangaza ni kwamba kwa hiyo bana utakuja kuona kwamba Justin Muturi yuko pale, Eugene Wamalwa yuko pale, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka yuko pale, Rigathi Gachagua himself yuko pale, and Martha Karua. Umeona hapo Fred Matiang'i? Fred Matiang'i hayuko pale. Fred Matiang'i hayuko pale. Kumaanisha Fred Matiang'i ashakuwa kicked out. Kuna mambo mawili. Fred Matiang'i ashakuwa kicked out. And kwa hii video we are going to listen to Fred Matiang'i akizungumza upande wa Nakuru. Amekatalia kwa Jubilee party. I can tell you. And sure umelike video na nasema thanks for your great support. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. You see guys, kuna mambo matatu. Ya kwanza, Rigathi Gachagua is trying to confuse President William Ruto. Ni nani anaenda kupeperusha? Because ukiangalia ukikosi, Justin Muturi hawezi peperusha flag bearer. Stephen Kalonzo, Eugene Wamalwa hawezi. Huyu hawezi hata kidogo. Stephen Kalonzo anaweza kidogo but hawezi, I can tell you. Rigathi Gachagua himself hawezi. Martha Karua hawezi kabisa. Unaona watu wangu, ni nani anapeperusha hii bendera ya upande wa opposition? Nakwambia siasa ni tamu. That's why napenda kufanya analysis ya politics. So now, is either Rigathi Gachagua is trying to confuse President William Ruto. Then number 2, is either Fred Okengo Matiang'i ashakuwa kicked out kabisa, because wana profile kama project ya William Ruto. Na upande wa opposition hawataki betrayal. Unaona watu wangu? Number 3, is either ni game wanachezea huyu jamaa, then at last 2026. Unajua guys, chenye William Ruto anangojea kuona ni nani atapeperusha hii bendera ya upande ya opposition. Hiyo tu ndo target ya William Ruto. Akishajua then anamalizia majamaa mapema sana. Nakwambia. And that's why Rigathi Gachagua unajua alianza hii game, anafaa kucheza vizuri sana until amalizie vizuri. Akiharibu tu, then William Ruto akirejea hapa tena, hiyo state house ya Nairobi, ile jenzizo aliingia, itakuwa kizungumkuti. Nakwambia itakuwa aibu kwa Rigathi Gachagua. Juu yeye ni mtu impeached. Kama aliimpeachiwa ni lazima afanye nini? Revenge. Lazima Rigathi Gachagua revenge. So now option ni tatu. Unaona watu wangu. Now acha tuangalie sasa upande wa Nakuru County.
On matters Jubilee as a party, it's very important also to know that even in politics, quite frankly, we work within structures and frameworks that have been set out in the various institutions we work with. The NDC took place last week. The party leader and the leaders of Jubilee expressed themselves very well. A new changed constitution or amended constitution was approved. A new framework of reforming the party was approved. A process of registering new members now has begun. That's why I'm actually meeting some of these Jubilee grassroots youth mobilizers to begin now a drive of registering new members in Jubilee and expanding Jubilee at the grassroots level. Then the process, I think, will be followed by organization of the party as we go forward. I don't want to put the cart before the horse about the decisions. Okay, there seems to be an issue. Yeah, I don't want to put. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I said, I don't want to put the cart before the horse on that particular matter in terms of what is going to happen next. The party has got all its organs in place. The special NDC was the beginning of that process. Several activities will take place: recruitment, reforming of the party, reorganization, and then the process of choosing a presidential candidate will happen in the party. What I am doing myself is campaigning among as members of Jubilee, because you'll have to be nominated first of all by the members of the party. Yeah, and I'm talking to the members of Jubilee at the grassroots level. I have started this. This is the first of a series of 47 such meetings I'm going to have across the country. I'm going to meet Jubilee members in every county in Kenya, go to every villages where I can find members of Jubilee. As I encourage them to register, I also ask them to consider me for the formal and official nomination when they nominate their candidates, including their candidate for the presidential contest. So that's what I can say at the moment. And then you can see the work has begun. That's what the NDC said last week, and that's exactly what we are doing. On the issue of the opposition, you know, I want to go over this very carefully, because, you know, electoral contests and the transition that we are going to as a country is also a leadership moment, which requires a lot of restraint, a lot of maturity, a lot of consultation and inclusion. Building unity and cohesion in a political framework takes time. It's not an easy matter. If you reflect, for those of you who are here, President Mwai Kibaki, Charity Ngilu, the late Michael Wamalwa Kijana, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, and all those who are involved in forming NAC, it just didn't happen suddenly. It took time. It's a long and painstaking exercise of building alignment of visions, alignment of perspectives, convincing one another, and building cohesion and bringing people together. These matters are weighty issues. You're talking about the leadership of the nation, individuals and parties and groups that come from diverse backgrounds, that sit down over long periods of time to argue and even harmonize their perspectives to get to a point where they say, okay, this is the platform now we have agreed on, and this is the way we are going to go forward, and this is how our team is going to look like. So that patience that is required is exactly required now. You know, I've said in other environments before that our patience will be tested, our perseverance will be tested, our sense of patriotism will be tested, but we must overcome those temptations and work together, because the people of Kenya expect that their leaders will work together. So I don't want to go into, because the infrastructure we have in the opposition is already actually laid out. We have two conveners of the team, Honorable Martha Karua and Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. We have an official spokesperson who heads the secretaries now, the Honorable Dr. Muhisa Kitui. And then the other structures that already have been set up, the Honorable Ruto heads the coalition building committee, and he has drawn in a lot of other people and leaders from other walks of life. It's an institution, so we have to act in an institutionalized manner. So one thing I will not do, to be frank with you, is I cannot speak on the sidelines of that infrastructure when I do not have the authority of the conveners or the authority of the spokesperson to address certain matters. And these leaders at the right time will address these issues. But everyone knows this, and I've pointed this out. This is a journey that we are walking, and this is what will test our political maturity. It will test our leadership skills, our sense of inclusion, and our patience. And for us used here to include people like myself who are interested in national leadership, I'm willing to be as patient as time and the Lord will allow, and stay the course to work with the people of Kenya and make my contribution and be a leader. So I wouldn't jump at things or make conclusions or speak about this or that. The arguments you see are actually good if you look at them from a positive point of view. Just imagine if we were in a country where the thinking of one person rules the day and is the way everyone goes. Fortunately, and thank God, we chose democracy, and because we are a democratic environment, no leader can choose a party for another leader, and no leader can choose a leader for the people of Kenya. So it's a democratic process that is going on. It will get us time to get there, all of us, but we will get there. I mean, have no fear at all. I have faith, I'm confident we will get there. And we will deal with this with the requisite maturity, the requisite discipline, sense of restraint, and respect for each other's opinions. Because that is the only way we are going to build Kenya. There is never going to be a time we will not have differences of opinion, because look at the diversity of our country. And that diversity, even political diversity, is itself actually a huge plus for us. That's where we are Kenya. That's where we are in this wonderful country. We're blessed to be here. We have this country where a multiplicity of political perspectives exist. And from time to time, we will have differences of opinions, then arguments, then we will sit around the table and call each other together, speak to each other as brothers and sisters, resolve them, and identify the development challenges we have to face and do for our people. So I'm optimistic we'll be fine, and all will be well.
Yes.
God bless you. Thank you.
Asanteni sana. Thank you very much and most welcome. I have a very short address to make. Dear Kenyans, we gather here today to unveil the DCP candidates for the various by-elections that we have in the country on 27th of November 2025. On behalf of our party, DCP, I congratulate all the candidates we have here for the bold step they have taken to this level. We know majority of them have been offered bribes, others have been intimidated, but we have people who are courageous and who have chosen to stand with their principles. I also wish to thank and greatly appreciate the people of the Republic of Kenya for their continued support of our candidates across the nation. We are certain that we shall carry the day in the areas where we have fielded candidates. The party will not spare any effort or resources to ensure that a win is secured. We shall be in every village, in every homestead, and we shall engage every Kenyan individually. I wish to commend our National Elections Board for the commendable exercise they have done to this day. We have the greatest hope that our candidates will carry the day, and they have been actively engaging the people and listening to them, as is the philosophy of our party. In Magarini constituency coast region, we have a resilient candidate, Honorable Stanley Karisa Kenga, who has met the brutality of one William Ruto under the oppressor's party, whose betrayal can be told through Stanley, Karisa, Kenga, and myself. Kenga was rigged out in the 2022 general elections and purportedly lost by 21 votes only. Stanley Kenga, who I'll unveil today, I was with him, and his story is one of resilience. When he was rigged out and purported to have lost by 21 votes, he sought for justice, and I encouraged him. I was in UDA then. And he went to the High Court, and the High Court nullified the election and ordered a repeat. The men who rigged him out went to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal upheld the decision of the High Court that Kenga was rigged out and there should be a by-election. The competitor went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court again upheld the decision of both the High Court and the Court of Appeal and nullified the election and ordered a by-election. Kenga then was told by William Ruto to start campaigning. He has been campaigning for the last 1 year. When these by-elections were called, I looked for him. And I told him, William Ruto will betray you. Kenga did not believe it. He said, how can he? He encouraged me to file a petition and was with me throughout and has asked me to campaign. I don't believe you. I think, Rigiji, you are being malicious. I told him, you don't know William Ruto. The guy will throw you under the bus. And sure as December 25 is Christmas, when the time came, William Ruto called Kenga, the guy who actually won the election in 2022, and the front runner in the by-election, and the man who will be the MP for Magarini, and told him that he had considered Magarini to Raila Odinga under the based arrangement, and he should step down and he should not contest. Kenga cried before William Ruto and asked him, how can you abandon me? We have been with you through the journey. I stood with you, DA. It was not popular in Magarini. I won. I was rigged out. You encouraged me to fight for justice all the way to the Supreme Court. It is me who occasioned this by-election. How can you ask me to step out? An election that I have occasioned through an election petition. And I'm the one who won this seat. Ruto told him, I don't care. All that matters to me today is to keep Raila close to me, because without Raila, I cannot govern. So you must allow me to allow Raila run an ODM candidate in Magarini. So this young man came looking for me. He told me, Rigiji, you told me. I told him, I told you. Pole. I was also in the same shoes earlier on. People had told me this man would betray anybody. And I told him, Usijali, we have a new home. A great home, the DCP. I want to ask the people of Magarini to reject betrayal, to reject the humiliation of their son by one William Ruto. They must do the right thing. They must also humiliate William Ruto by electing Stanley Kenga to be the MP for Magarini. I think this politics of betrayal and deception must come to an end. The politics of betrayal, conmanship, deception must come to an end. And since 2027 is far away, we have a good opportunity in Magarini for the people of Magarini to say no to the politics of conmanship, betrayal, and deception. I'll tell you one thing. You have chosen to be with the people. When history of our nation will be written, you will feature prominently. To all our candidates whom we officially unveiled today, I urge courage, and hard work. Please be humble and listen to the people. And be firm. We had a very strong candidate in Banisa who was going to be the next member of parliament. William Ruto summoned him and threatened him, intimidated him, and forced him to withdraw from the race. And we said it's okay. Not every leader has the courage that we have to withstand the intimidation and torment of William Ruto. Very few leaders can. I'm happy that you here, you join me in being courageous leaders who cannot be intimidated by anybody. The DCP party remains strong and committed to its philosophy, and despite the attacks and intimidation from the cruelest Ruto regime, you are aware, it's only DCP meetings that are disrupted in the entire country. Because William Ruto knows that is the party that will send him home. We are his greatest obstacle. Yeah? And every Kenyan knows that one party that is truly one term is DCP. Isn't it? So don't worry about these intimidations. We continue to do meetings. This afternoon I'll be in Bisil in Kajiado Central. Monday will be in Kitui. The other week will be everywhere. Getting elected as president is about political mobilization. Many people may want to spend a lot of time in hotels and boardrooms discussing theories. I am a very experienced politician who have delivered 2 presidents to this country. And I know how to make a president. There is no president you'll make in a boardroom. Presidents are made in the field. Sindio? So, sisi ni watu ya mashinani. And you must go and mobilize people and inspire them. And you must have content. People must remember what you say 1 month down the line. That is how you become a president. So, sisi tuko hapo. Na tunasukuma ground. And I want to encourage all of you. Mukitoka hapa murudi kwa ground. There are 5 options on how you get elected as an MCA, MP, senator, governor, or president. Option number 1, ground. Option number 2, ground. Option number 3, ground. Option number 4, ground. Option number 5, ground. There is no other formula. Unajua mimi naona watu wako na mastori mingi. Ati unafikiri ukiweka picha ya mtu ate kwa social media he can be president. Ati unaweka picha the 6th. That cannot make you president. You must go out there and mobilize numbers. And you must inspire the people of Kenya. If they admire you, you must translate that admiration to votes. If they believe in your philosophy, you must convert that belief into votes. That can only be done by aggressively going to the people and mobilizing them to agree to back you for whatever position that you want. So both of us who are in DCP, our slogan is Sikiza Wake. Please, please, please. We don't want to hear you in Nairobi unless you contest here. Wale watu tunataka hii town ni ile watu wana contest hapa Nairobi. Hata mimi naishi hapa Nairobi 2 days a week. Nakuja kuoga nini nikae mtu ya town. Lakini mimi ni mtu ya mashinani. I have no business in this city unless I'm looking for a city here. So mimi ninakuwa Nairobi 2 days in a week nikitafuta kura hapa Nairobi. Then lazima niende mashinani. And I want to encourage all of you, please stay to the ground. Msidanganywe na mtu ati hii mtandao kuna pahali itapeleka wewe. Hii mtandao ni mzuri ikitangaza pahali ulikuwa kwa ground. The relevance of online space is to inform people where you are on the conversation must be ground. You are mobilizing people on the ground. And then the online space is very important to capture your activities on the ground. But ukiwa huko kwa mtandao uendi ground, shauri yako. Usikuje kulia kwangu ukikosa nomination. Yeah? Sindio? Hata kama wewe ni rafiki yangu, kama uendi ground mimi sina urafiki na wewe. tukae marafiki, tutembeleane, birthday ya watoto, hiyo ni sawa. Lakini mambo ya siasa, if you want to be my friend and to be close to me, you must stay on the na hakuna formula ingine. Let us stay on the ground. That is the only way. Na ndio sisi sasa tunaenda Bisil, tuko na mkutano huko ya 20,000 tunaenda kuzungumza na mashemeji yetu huko na kuwapatia maneno mpaka masikio ikuwe moto, si ndio? So mkue tukae hapo. So candidates wetu muende mchape ground, tutatuma viongozi wasaidie, alafu ground ikiiva kabisa muniambie nikuje, ndio nikuje ninyoroshe bahali imebaki, si ndio? Na tuko hapo, na siasa hapana harusi, hapana kanisa, ni kunyoroshana, si ndio? So sisi tuko hapo na tunaendelea vizuri. So tuko na members yetu ya National Elections Board, msimame tuwapigie makofi, they have done a good job. NEB, pigieni makofi, thank you very much for the good job you have done, asanteni. Tuko na wale member ya NEC wanatusaidia kuendesha chama, simameni, wapigieni makofi, asante. Tuko na wajumbe wetu wale wametushikilia, hawajatoka DCP lakini hawajatoka UDA kisheria, lakini roho zao ukiwakata damu ni DCP. Haya wajumbe wetu simameni, mwapigie makofi. Asanteni sana. Thank you. Please sit down. So thank you very much wale wamefika, tumeshukuru sana, Mungu awabariki. Let us keep the party growing and as a party. Niliona juzi there was an opinion poll ilifanywa. The actual results sisi tulikuwa naongoza Kenya at 22%. Followed by ODM at 16 and Kasongo at 9. Kasongo akaenda akapindua, akasema ati head yako mbele na sisi tuko nyuma. But it's okay, wacha yeye endelee na hiyo, wacha sisi tusukume ground.